morning, y'all. Well, just like I knew it would be this morning, the wind forecast is just no good. We got 20-mile-an-hour winds already. I don't know if y'all can see those tree limbs moving, but it's blowing bad, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't really even tell what direction it is, but I don't know. We're on Hubbard today. I'm gonna hopefully get over here and be able to get somewhere to be able to fish. That's the plan today, so let's get in the boat and head out. Let's go. I gotta drink my coffee, y'all. Well, this wasn't my original plan right here, but we're gonna do this. So check this out. Look at all those crappie underneath this pillar right there, between these pillars. I can't even talk this morning. So look at that. Boom. So I'm gonna try and catch some of those. Hopefully they want to bite. That's the question right there. And in the meantime, hopefully this wind dies down. I don't know if it ever will, but I'm gonna at least give it a chance. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna mosey around and probably scan and look around and get out of here. Let's see. All right, let's see. It's gonna be tricky holding here, but it's like the only place I can even try to even fish. Tricky to hold right here. I'm surprised I hadn't got bit already. Okay, I think they're actually kind of like down below me. Yep, there's one. That's where I messed up. They're not quite as far out. Check that one out. You know what? That's a hybrid. That is a hybrid crappie right there. Stop. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a black. Pretty fish. That one definitely be a keeper. So they're kind of out from this a little bit, like right here. So such pretty black crappie in this lake. I love it. Got that East Texas look to them. Thanks, man. Trying to see how these fish are set up on this. It's kind of hard to see, honestly. A lot of these fish are dormant, or inactive, I should say. That one wasn't. Little guy. Golly though, he pounded it. Little black crappie. That fish hammered it too. So funny how so many fish here, but they don't want to bite. There's another one. Nice one. Look at that one. He's got that jig swallowed too. Oh yeah. Look at that one. What a nice black crappie. Sweet. That is what I drove here for. Thanks, man. So I'm just using the same rig I've been using pretty much all summer, just two 32nd ounce jig heads. I've got Bobby Garland itty bitty swimmer on both, and it's still producing. I mean, every lake I've gone to so far this year, this has just been the rig right here. Not to say you can't catch them on other things, because you can, but it's just, I feel like this right here really matches those shad fry. See if we can do that again. I don't know if we can, but it's crazy. Like, they don't want to bite, but then that one swallowed the whole thing. Like, how does that work? Tell one thing with this live scope is it's hard to tell, at least for me, where these fish are in relation to, because I see fish, but oops, there's one. I think they're over there. Top jig. All but one of these has been a keeper. Pretty fish. But I mean, there's obviously some fish right here, but I see a big school of them, like up, I think. Let's see. Hopefully this wind dies down later. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I ain't going over there. It's rough. I just know it is. Another one. Super soft bite on that one, guys. Little one, that's why. But I mean, I just literally went to jig that jig and didn't feel any weight, and that's how I knew he was on there. That was it. Little one. Took my jig off the back of it. I'm gonna put another one on real quick. So again, this is what I've been using all summer long. Just matches those shad fry perfectly. Like that. I kind of put that one on there a little crooked, but well, we'll roll with it. No, actually we're not. I'm just gonna fix this, because if I don't fix this, it's gonna twirl when it goes down, you know, down in the water, and just make it line twist like crazy. It's a little better, but that's the jig right there. Color doesn't matter. I just picked some that, you know, white, looks like a shad, whatever. Let's get back up here. Sam's super sensitive as always. I need to actually clean it. Look at all that fish slime on it. It's pretty funny. So, get up here and see if we can catch another one of these guys. Oh, on that cross member right there. Let it go down beside it. There's a little cross member like this, like not too far underneath the water, but that's not where the fish are at. They're below it. Stacked on this thing right here. One got it. Another little one. Oop. Another little one. Like right underneath it, I think. little guy. Little healthy black crappie. I think I figured out where they're at now a little bit. Got that one. Nice one. Got it down, gone. Hope y'all can hear me well. It's just a rough area, you know. A lot of traffic and all that. Pretty fish. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Ooh. Let them sit for a second and then come back. And it's like they forget what happened. Healthy black crappie right there. There's one. Just gotta beg them into biting. Ooh, black nose. Check that out. Black nose. These guys are mean. They are fun to catch. And they don't mess around. Such a pretty cool deal right there. So it's not a hybrid or anything like that. It's just a black crappie with the characteristic gene for that. Just like people have, you know, brown hair, blonde hair, that's the type of thing that it is. But it's not a hybrid, true black crappie. Let them go. The fish sat there for a long time looking at that before it bit it. That one hit it on the fall as soon as I cut the motor on. Nice one. Got it down too. Hitting it on the fall like that, it's a pretty aggressive bite. Another keeper. Plenty of keepers out here. Plenty of keepers. Maybe we got them fired up again. Oh yeah, it seems like we do. At least for the time being. Little one. Back down there while they're trying to bite a little bit now. Like the current shifted. It's interesting. Maybe that's why they're feeding now. That current shifted a little bit. Well, probably keep right there too. No monster, but he's probably legal. Alright y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Come across this. It looks fishy. We're gonna fish it. Alright y'all. Getting ready this morning. Just got some ice. I I'll go ahead and throw this in here. We're at Buc-ee's this morning. You gotta make a stop when you pass a Buc-ee's, you just got to. But it's got some waters and stuff getting ready to ice down, so. But we're on our way to Ray Roberts this morning. So once we get this 150 bucks of gas put in the boat and truck, we're gonna get that way. So looking forward to it. Let's get over there and see you on the water. The truck and the boat right there. Not too much, I guess. 10. I think I had some gas already in the boat, but more to top it off. So let's get on the road. Sun's just now peeking over that hilltop over there. It's gonna be 106, 107 today, something like that. But we're gonna go out here. That's why I'm getting up early, go out here and try and find these fish. But not gonna get any minnows. I honestly just don't feel like stopping and messing with them. Had a buddy out here the other day, or last week, and did pretty good with jigs. So that's what we're gonna do. So as soon as we get to the lake, drop the boat in and get over there and get on some fish, hopefully. So golly, you guys, it's so dry here in Texas right now. This whole little patch right here caught on fire. Luckily it didn't go no further than this. It's just super, super dry here. Y'all, so we're gonna kind of fish some brush. I think I was wanting to fish over here, but y'all can see hopefully y'all can see there's boats lined up on every single one of those places I wanted to fish. So I don't want to be fishing like that around a bunch of people. So all right, y'all, just idling around, come across this right here, and wait a second, is that hydrilla? What is that? I don't know how good y'all can see that. It kind of looks like hydrilla. Did not know there's any hydrilla in this lake. Huh. But just come across this. It looks fishy. We're gonna fish it. I got biting flies all over me. But let's see what we can catch off of this. All right, so I just went double jig. The same 16th ounce on the bottom. I got a 32nd ounce up top, little bitty profile. Let's see, just to help me get down there just a little bit more. All right, y'all, like I'm saying, this lake fish is really, really deep, and this is pretty deep right here. This is 30 foot. Don't know, it looks like crappie to me, but you never really know with something like this. Kind of looks like rock, like some chunk rock, maybe a little bit of like a ledge going on, which I like ledges. Let's see. I definitely have to put a split shot or something on this. Don't really think I'm where I need to be. There's a fish though. Huh. Let's see what it is. It's a crappie. Little guy, but it's a crappie. All right, well, at least we're working with something now. Little guy, 30 foot deep. Okay, I feel better now. So those are crappie. Awesome. It's kind of... All right, we'll see. I moved up a little shallower. We're in 27 foot now. I don't know. There's a lot of fish down there, but they just don't look that big. There's one. That's not a bad little fish right there. Okay, working with something now. Not a bad one. 27 foot deep. Okay. There is hydrilla in this lake too, which is interesting. I can tell you right now, none of the marks on there looked that big, so maybe there's some good fish down in there. That is hydrilla though. That's like the second clump I've seen. Or some kind of aquatic vegetation. I'm not real sure. But yeah, these don't overlook super deep stuff, you know, this time of year. Depending on the lake, like this lake, like Ray Roberts, it fishes really deep. Some lakes don't fish like that necessarily. Oh, that was one. You know, it kind of just depends on the lake, but you can find deep fish like this on every lake. Oh God, there's so many fish down there. Is that hydrilla? What is that? Some kind of aquatic vegetation. There's one. That might be a bluegill there. Yep. That's what I thought. Oh. There, pulling my jig down a bunch too. Come back here. Stop. Stop. Okay. That's what I was thinking, but there are crappie down there too. I'm surprised those bluegill are that deep too, honestly. I think one of these jigs is twisting this line. I think it's that top one. So far it's not monster fish day, but the day is young yet. It's only 9:14. God, there look to be some good sized fish over there. Pile. Did y'all see that one? Did that one break me off? That one broke me off, you guys. Oh, the freaking thing went through. Oh no. Yeah, sometimes on these unpainted jig heads like this, the eye will slip through. I didn't think they were that small to do that, but I guess so. So I'm gonna put a different knot on here, because we don't want that to happen again. With that loop knot, sometimes it'll slip through like that on these. If this eye is not all the way closed, and that's exactly what happened on that one. And I don't want that to happen on a 3-pounder, so. All right. Okay. I think these right here might be working a little better too, because they're even smaller than the one on the bottom. I mean, these are about as small as you can get, plastic wise. So. And perch. That's a crappie there. Oh. Not monstrous. There's some crappie down there. There's got to be some keepers down there too. There's just got to be, right? Ooh, legs are already burning. That little breeze that we have feels pretty nice. It wasn't supposed to blow at all, which was going to make it unbearable out here. Ooh, that's a nice one there. There we go. Feels like it. Nope, now it doesn't. God, that fish felt humongous on there. Must have had that bottom jig and some brush or something. It's fun getting to fight them up, you know, that far, 22 foot. Definitely a lot shallower up here now than I was. This is like it's kind of like a drop with just some scattered rock and brush on it. It very well may be a Corps of Engineer brush pile, but I don't know. It kind of looks like one, honestly. Getting somewhere now. That one might actually keep if I was keeping. Oop, there he goes. That one might have actually kept jig's gone. I gotta put a new one on. Seems like moving up a little shallower definitely was the move too. I feel like the size has went up a little bit. That one hit it on the drop. Oh, that one probably keep. Oh, he'd be close. That fish is crazy. No, he's not a keeper. He looked way bigger. Ooh, there we go. Might be a better one. It's hard to tell. Oh, that one might keep. Oh, he'd be close. They're all like cookie cutter. Had to measure each one. He'd probably be short though. He hit it though. Pitching on these fish seems to really be getting them going. I'm not even live scoping these fish, you guys. Like, I see they're over here and I'm just fishing for them. I get so tired of that live scope, you know, dogging. I mean, I have it and I use it, but I use it more for just locating fish. I don't use it to just pick fish off most of the time. All right, everything's good. So many fish down there. I'm having a blast, even though they're little, you guys. That's why I use these ultralight rods like this. Even these little fish are so fun to catch on this rod. I'm just, you know, I like to keep it sporty, you know, like, I mean, it's so fun to catch these guys on this rod. So what I've been doing a lot now is just kind of pitching out like this. Getting hung up a little more than I had been, but definitely seems to be producing some fish. Because I don't know if you can see, but there's fish all the way down this slope right here. I think it's kind of just like a rocky chunk ledge with some scattered brush, it looks like. I mean, it's nothing real crazy, but there's fish all over it. Boat's kind of surrounded by brush or fish. Yep, there's one. Feels like a decent one too. Oh yeah, nice one. I think that's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a good fish to end the video on, you guys. Solid keeper. Kind of skinny, but white crappie are kind of like that, but pretty fish. All right, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Good morning, y'all. We're back at the lake again, looking for some summertime crappie, you guys. It's July now, and I'm gonna kind of show you how I catch these fish, and hopefully get some good fish on camera for y'all. So let's get started. Let's get up here. I got a brush pile found. I think I got some fish on it. And we're gonna get over here and I'm gonna show you what I use, drop down, and hopefully get to catch it. So let's go. This little area, I know there's a glare, but this little area right here has got several brush piles right next to each other. I'm not sure how good they're showing up, but you can see they are just loaded with crappie. So let's get dropped down there and see. All right, y'all, so it's like I said, it's July, it's hot, and sometimes these crappie can be really tricky to catch, especially like right now when these shad fry are everywhere, by the millions it seems like. So one thing I do to combat that is I match the hatch, and I try to, I use Bobby Garland. I was trying to show you guys, like, you can actually buy these in pretty much any store, and they are just perfect little shad fry or small shad imitations. And these right here, color isn't necessarily important. Now, this is the only pack I have of these. I just wanted to show you guys. But it's the itty bitty swimmer monkey milk, and these right here are just crappie cannot resist them. And so I got it paired with, and so what I do too is I want to match that smaller bait with a smaller hook. So I got some of these are 32nd ounce. I might use these later and put a split shot above them. But right now I got a little 16th ounce right here with a little bitty hook. Smaller bait, you know, if they nip at that bait with that smaller hook, they're more likely to get hooked. But that right there is money, 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 money for these crappie right now. So let's drop down here and see what, if anything, wants to bite for us. So let's see. It just cannot stress it enough. You really have to match the hatch. These fish don't want anything big, and honestly a lot of times the minnows I get are a little too big as well, and so I feel like this right here will mimic those fish just a little better. I already had one on there on the fall. So let's see. It's gonna be a little tricky right here. Let's see, got some wakes. You got plenty of those on this lake. Yep, right there. One jumped on it. Let's see what we got here. Not a bad one. He's got that jig down pretty good too. That's one way I like to see him. I like to see him eat it like that. I mean, I don't know how good y'all can see that. Oh, almost took my band-aid off. That's when you know you got everything dialed in. You got the right profile and you are good to go. It's a keeper fish if I was keeping. I'm not keeping today. We'll let him go back. That quick, y'all. I mean, it's just, when you get that dialed in, you can really make short work of these fish. And I'm kind of live scoping. I'm really not. I'm just trying to get lined up, dropping down there. But once I get down there, I'm just fishing. These wakes would stop. That would help. That's a good fish, feels like. Oh yeah, another keeper fish. I can stay in the boat. Oh, he came off. It's hard to not fall in the water with all these wakes. My goodness. It's the one of the bad parts about summer, other than the fact that it's 100 degrees every day. Alright, so we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna kind of let this drift across this brush top right here if I can. Yeah, there's a little one, little guy, little crappie. Come on, settle down, bud, settle down. He does not like being messed with. Again, on that little bitty jig. Allergies are bad today, you guys. I don't know what that's about, but so if y'all hear some sniffling, y'all bear with me. Let's see, about right where I need to be. Like I said, I could tell these had some fish on them. Oh, one had it. Pulled my, nope, that was a bluegill. Took the whole thing in half. Lots of bluegills down there too. Seems to be the case everywhere though right now that I fish. Bluegill mixed in with these crappie big time. So this right here is it. This is how I just thread it on, real simple. Try to get it as straight as I can on there. If not, it'll kind of tumble on you going down, but that's it. I'd really like to come kind of straight underneath this. It looks like there's some fish on this backside. Can't really, no, I'm too high up. I see now where I'm at. Got to get down there a little closer. Yep, as soon as I got down there a little closer. It's a good fish, it feels like. Oh yeah. Nice keeper fish. That's a solid one for this lake right now. Not a bad keeper fish. That one's fat right there. That one's been eating some shad. It's a baby shad. Let's see. Ouch. Stop, fish. I got a band-aid on my thumb. It was bleeding last week. It's hard to handle these fish like this. I'm so used to having grip right there. I'm actually kind of right over top of it a little bit now. This boat's drifting pretty good. So I got that 16th ounce and I'm in 20 foot of water, so it takes it a little bit to get down there. It definitely got to have some patience with that, but I really think it works good. Okay, now I'm kind of going the other way. It's really hard to tell. I can't tell where I'm at. Oh, that might have been a fish. The line went slack. Oh, there's one. A nice one. Oh yeah. Another nice one. I mean, these ain't monsters, you know, but solid eater fish. If, you know, like I said, if I was looking to eat some fish, these would be good ones. Pretty fish. Today I'm using the Sam Super Sensitive BnM. They'll be linked down below as always. Great little rod for pitching like this. I really like it for pitching, and you know, these fish feel giant on here, so highly recommend them. Not real sure where I'm at. It's a lot of activity down there. There's not as much bait over here, and I like, when I'm fishing like this, I don't want a lot of bait around these piles, because then a lot of times they're gonna not want to feed for me. Let's see, where am I at? I'm not like picking fish off, but I definitely want to be kind of in the zone a little bit at least. There we go, I see myself. Big fish just came in there and just sat right on top of that pile. Probably a big catfish. Have that happen out here pretty regularly this time of year. Not so much this year, surprisingly. And this is pretty typical too. You'll pull up, catch several of the aggressive fish. There's one. And they'll kind of shut off a little bit for you. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, solid fish. I got that really tiny hook, so a lot of these might try and pop off like that one did, but it's all right. We ain't keeping none, and it don't happen too often. Pretty fish. All right, we moved spots real quick. Just that other spot kind of died out a little bit, which is pretty typical for right now. But this right here looks pretty good. So we're gonna see if anyone wants to bite on this. Trouble with this spot lock's not wanting to work with me here. There's tons of like shad all over this thing. How on earth did this get way back here? got all the way back behind us. There's one. Oh, it's a nice one too. Look at that fish. That's a nice one. Same jig. It's working really good. Alright, maybe we'll be able to catch some now that we're kind of lined up where we need to be. That positioning on these piles like this is just super, super critical. This stump easily had 100 fish on it. It was crazy. I can't remember ever seeing that many fish on one stump, but let's get to catching them. Alright, let's see. It's been kind of a grind today. They're shallow right here. I don't know, it's so weird. Yep, there's one. That might keep. He got it down too. No, he's short, I think. Look at that. So, right now, pretty little black crappie though. He'd be close. Right now, the key is downsizing your baits right now. That really is the key. He's short. And downsizing, I mean like small. Smaller you can get, the better. And it's just because those shad fry have hatched and all that. But if you can do that, it'll increase your catch rate big time. Oh my gosh, y'all. These things are on my nerves like no other. Everywhere I go and catch crappie, these guys are mixed in. Everywhere. I mean jumbos too. Look, he got it swallowed too. Golly. Ah, that's just annoying. Right in that brush, or in that stump. Alright, we might have got in a productive area right here, because there is a ton, I mean a ton of fish right here. You can see there's some brush under the boat too. I'm drifting again. Might as well fish this brush underneath us while we're over here drifted. That might be a stump. I can't really tell, to be honest. Whatever it is, it had fish on it. It's got fish on it. Be great to drop right on them right there. Yep, one jumped out there. That's a crappie too. Yep, shorty. Sitting right on the side of that stump. These black crappie fight so much harder. I'm so used to catching whites. Just forget how good those black crappie fight. He had it. One came out there. That acts like a good fish. Those might be sand bass. Dang it, I think they're sand bass. Yeah, they might be sandies. I'm about to find out. No, they're not either. They're crappie. Huh. They're swimming around like crazy down there. They're all short though. Let me get my measure. I might have to start measuring some of these. I'm keeping some for my in-laws, but I've been having trouble finding keepers. Is it over here? Is it over here? I really don't remember. I guess I can just do this. Okay, that one's legal. He's no monster, but he's legal. Maybe some other ones might have kept. I might fish this thing while I'm still sitting here. God, those are some nice ones sitting right on top of that little whatever that is. Got him. Oh my goodness, that is a slab. Get in here. Big old black crappie. I mean a good black crappie. Again, on that little bitty profile jig. It's just money. Put him in here. Oh yeah, those all of a sudden those fish on this are like fired up a little bit. All right, let's see how these are now that I can kind of drop on them a little better. That one got it. Oh, that's a good one. It's not a bad one at all. He didn't look that big on the screen. Nice black crappie. Pretty fish. Oh, he had it. They keep pulling the tail down. There's a good one. Keeper. God, he freaking hammered it. That one hammered it. Right where you want to hook them too, like right through the nostril almost. Check this guy out real quick. I think he'll go. I thought that other one wasn't legal, and it was. Oh yeah, that one's legal. Now we're getting somewhere. I didn't even see that one bite it on live scope. Ooh, he hit it. He hit it. Ooh, did y'all see that? That rod tip load up? He had it for a split second. Got him. That is a hog. Oh yeah. There we go. Another keeper. This is why I love coming to Lewisville, is these big black crappie like this. I really enjoy catching black crappie like this. They're just so much more mean and fight harder, and more meat on them too. Getting a little somewhere now. Got some wind. I'm not complaining though. I'll take a little wind today. Supposed to be 103 or 104. I don't even know, something like that. So if we, there's another one. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a shorty. If we didn't have that wind today, it would just be brutal out here. A little short black crappie. So, don't mind a little wind, just don't want it blowing like 40. Which is what it's been blowing a lot this year. Golly, that one nailed it. That's a big one. Oh yeah, big old black crappie. That's why I come to Lewisville right there. Come on in here, baby. Yes. Ooh, don't you break my line, boy. Calm down, calm down. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These black crappie are just mean. You can tell when you go to grab them, they're just not having it. Real skinny, skinny, skinny post-spawn fish right there. Look at how thin that belly is on that fish. Post-spawn, big time. I'm just gonna see, for curiosity's sake, what kind of size we're working with here. Let's see. Do a proper measurement, mouth closed. That's probably a 13-inch black crappie right there. Just an absolute beautiful fish. Definitely recommend doing this, you guys. Such a difference. Definitely be smart though. I have you guys on spot lock right here. I'm close to shore in case for some reason I can't get back in the boat or the boat drifts or something. Definitely just want to be safe as possible. But God, this helps so much being able to stay out here a little longer. If you didn't do this, you would burn up. Whew, feels so much better. Makes such a difference. Today I want to talk about the rod I'm using. This is a BnM Russ Bailey Signature Series. It's got fish slime all over it, but BnM Russ Bailey 8-foot 2-piece, great rod. It's got a soft tip and it's got some backbone too, which I really like. I don't like too much backbone, and this one definitely has just the right amount. So if y'all would, definitely check them out. They're supporter of the channel, supporter of me, and they'll be linked down below. Definitely check them out. You won't be disappointed. You can see we're just boat flipping some nice black crappie today and having no trouble getting them out of there with this rod. So that one hit it so quick I didn't even have time to react. Another nice one. Look at that one, guys. So I went to this little, it's like more of like a minnow profile. I hope y'all can see that. It's really, really tiny. I mean, the whole thing's maybe an inch long, not much more. But catching some nice black crappie. It's working. I think I've almost got my my in-laws quota, so I think we're gonna probably start throwing them back here pretty quick. Nice crappie. Look at that one. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna do some standing timber fishing timber just like that. Also, some that's like that but under the water, like I found here. I don't know how good y'all can see, but there's some crappie kind of suspended 15, 17 foot, something like that. Let's see, hopefully y'all can see that with the glare, but we're gonna drop down on these fish and see if we can get something to bite. In my opinion, if you want to catch the biggest crappie in the lake this time of year, summer, winter to an extent too, on some lakes, you want to catch the biggest fish in the lake, these standing timbers like this is where I feel like a lot of those big fish live. So typically lakes like this that have both black and white crappie, those white crappie are going to be bigger. Those are going to be your big fish, and they're also going to love this timber. Black crappie don't tend to like timber like this as much. Not saying you won't catch any, because you will, but it's definitely more of a white crappie deal. So we're gonna go over here and see if we can catch some big fish. All right, and so for this, I like a little longer rod. So this is the 8-foot BnM Russ Bailey Signature Series. I just like that, just gives me a little more reach. Because a lot of times you're like trying to pinpoint drop on these trees like this, and gives you a little reach, a little more reach than usual. That really helps sometimes. These might not be crappie, I don't really know. I had one follow it. And I like, honestly, I prefer these underwater trees like this because these don't get fished very much compared to the other ones. You know, if you think if you don't have electronics or something, you're gonna pull up to this one. You're not even gonna fish this one right here. Hit it. Those are little guys, whatever those are. We're not gonna stay here long. Looks like there's a couple good ones down there. There's one. A little bitty one. It's funny, I say you catch the biggest fish, but you look, that is a white crappie, just like I was thinking. I say that, you catch little bitty fish, but that's just a school of little ones. Let's go look. There's some better fish over here, I know. All right, this tree looks a little better. But you gotta keep looking and search until you find some better fish, hopefully. So many shad fry up top of this tree. Let's see. Yeah. Not a bad fish. Definitely not a monster fish, but this is, again, what I would do to catch those monster fish on lakes that have it. Another white crappie too. On top of a limb. You gotta get down there beside it. One hit it. It might be kind of like right in here. Let's see. They're probably like 15, 17 foot. Little bitty one. Oh, here's a decent one. That's not a bad one. That one might keep. Good little timber fish. There's one. Look at the sandies right here. Can't resist not throwing at those. And they're gone that quick. Alright, so I got on this tree. Might have found some better sized fish right here. Right about here. This is bait everywhere in this depth. Alright, had to switch up areas, but we're going to try the same thing that's over there. Oh. There's a big old limb or something right here, I guess. That was weird. weird. I guess there is a big old limb coming off this way. Eventually we'll get over there. Okay, let's see. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Nice crappie. Look at that one. And like I said, they're gonna be white crappie like that too. Nice fish. That one's definitely not the biggest in the lake, but let's see how big he is. Saw it at 11 and a half, 12. Let him go back. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed